welcome. My name is Layne and I'd like to welcome you to the Hoosier Wanderer, which is being brought to you by a partnership between the R.L. Turner Corporation and the Indiana Parks and Rec Association. We're launching this blog with a big adventure down the White River from August 19th through the 28th. That's when I'll take a solo canoe trip from South Waverly Park on the south side of Indianapolis to Mount Carmel, Illinois, where the White River meets the Wabash River, 225 miles downstream. The goal of this journey will be to showcase one of Indiana's most beautiful river corridors, as well as encourage the development of parks and amenities to give more Hoosiers access to these amazing waterways. We'll be sharing all of the stories, photos, and videos on the Indiana Parks and Recreation Association's and R.L. Turner's websites and social media outlets. By all means, we invite you to follow the track and be inspired to explore Indiana's great outdoors and to plan an adventure of your own. To promote my upcoming adventure, I'm tackling a short stretch of the White River between Fishers and Carmel to show off the parks and amenities that can be built to encourage residents to access rivers and streams. Fishers and Carmel are part of the White River Vision Plan, which is a community-driven guide for Hamilton County and Indianapolis. The initiative will expand opportunities, connect communities, celebrate the river, and spark connections to better understand the river's ecology. Our first stop brings us to Prairie. The folks here often say they have a heart for the past, a head for the present, all while keeping an eye on the future. These values are exemplified in the exciting plans to develop their property on the east and west banks of the White River. I was lucky enough to visit with Andrew Bradford, Prairie's Vice President and Chief Advancement Officer, to learn about their exciting expansion.
Absolutely. We're excited at Prairie about the fact that with these 1,046 acres, we've got undeveloped lands on both sides of our properties. We know that we're putting about 3,000 summer campers onto the river every summer in canoes and kayaks. And this is an educationally focused summer camp program that's allowing these kids to understand what it means to be good stewards of their land. What does it mean to think about the environmental impacts that they have not only while here on site, but also at home. And so we want to take that learning that we provide to these 3,000 summer campers and we want to amplify it. We want to make sure that all 400,000 of our guests on an annual basis understand the river's role in our community. One of the things we've talked about at Prairie is that this is much larger than just Hamilton County, Central Indiana, the state of Indiana, that this White River expands all the way down to the Ohio, to the Mississippi, into the Gulf of Mexico. And so the decisions we make right here in our own backyards have an incredible impact on the ecosystem of our global waterways. And so as Prairie thinks about leveraging the resources that we have and the partnerships that we've been building, to think about White River Education and Ecology Center and the Carmel side of our property, we have the opportunity to bring in leading scientists, leading researchers, and blend that with our incredible storytelling abilities and our educational acumen to say, hey, general public, let's think about the action that you can take.
All of this sounds amazing. I can't wait to hear how it all turns out. The next park is just downstream from Prairie. Let's head that way now. I can see Michael Klitzing, Director of Carmel Clay Parks and Recreation, is waiting for us. Let's hear about what Carmel has built along the White River, as well as some of the exciting plans they have for the future of their section of the White River.
Absolutely. One of the things that we know is the White River is one of our community's most significant, if not the most significant, natural resource. Since the inception of our park system in 1991, one of our goals has been to embrace the White River and to bring people to this incredible resource to explore it, whether it's a trail that goes along it or ultimately getting as many people in the river as possible, whether it's canoeing or other recreational activities. So This is one of our parks. It's currently about 55 acres, and we're about ready to expand it by another 40 acres thanks to a partnership with the city of Carmel. But it currently has this incredible canoe and kayak launch that is free for the public to use and a great place to get access, or if you're coming from up the river, a great place to get out of the river. It also includes an 18-hole Pro-Am disc golf course, which is one of the best, definitely the best in Hamilton County. I might be a little biased, but one of the toughest in the metropolitan area. Along the river, there's social trails or trails with the this golf course that people can enjoy and just get some incredible views of the river, of wildlife, of the scenery, and feel that you're nowhere near being in the middle of a major metropolitan area, which is great. There is our White River Greenway. That's along River Road, goes south. Then you go to, and that ends in the county's River Road Park, which again is along River Road, about at 126th Street. Then you keep going a little bit south along River Road is River Heritage Park, and then you jump south of 116th Street here to Hazel Landing Park. This park has even further plans. Like I said, we're getting ready to expand it by about 40 acres. We're in the design process of looking at creating a pedestrian and bicycle bridge that will connect the city of Carmel to the city of Fishers at approximately the 106th Street alignment. We'll have a connecting trail that comes from Hazeldale Parkway and ultimately from the 106th Street perimeter trail that goes all the way to Zionsville. Come through this park, and then the bridge will connect over into Fishers Heritage Park, and then their trail system takes it all the way to the Nickel Plate and beyond. So there's a whole bunch of little strings of jewels between Carmel Clay Parks and Hamilton County Parks that provides these respites along the river here on the Carmel side of the river.
I think you'll agree, the White River Vision is an amazing plan to not only showcase the river, but to also raise awareness to protect and understand how this waterway can affect everything downstream, from the Ohio River to the Mississippi, all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. I hope you've enjoyed the preview of the Hoosier Wanderer. I also hope that you're excited about following me on my next big adventure down a much longer stretch of the White River from August 19th through the 28th. The blog will be interactive, so feel free to ask me questions as I travel toward Mount Carmel. And I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. Wish me luck, and I hope to hear from you along the way. In the meantime, I'm Layne Cameron, and I hope to see you outside.